Hello, my name is Kathleen Lisson. I'm a certified lymphedema therapist and a board certified massage therapist. We're at my studio here in San Diego right now where I help clients after Brazilian butt lift, liposuction, tummy tuck, and mommy makeover recover from their surgery with types of massage including lymphatic drainage, lymphatic cupping, and fibrosis massage. I'm also author of the Plastic Surgery Recovery Handbook, which is on Amazon. And today I wanted to take a minute to more thoroughly answer the question that I got on my Instagram recently, which is how many massages do you need after liposuction? And I don't want to give a cookie cutter answer to that. I want to kind of go in detail and give you some idea of things that will mean you need more massages and things that might mean you need less massages. This is not covered in research at all. None of this is backed by research. All of this is my personal experience over the last few years helping clients after plastic surgery. So it might be different for you. This is just the things that I have seen as one therapist in my practice. So the basic answer that I give my clients is 2 hours of massage per liter removed. So if you had, I have clients who have maybe 1.5 liters removed. Usually that's after a breast reconstruction surgery, after breast cancer, and they're having the fat removed to fat transfer to the breast. They'll have 1 liter removed, maybe 1.5 liters. So I usually only see them 2 or 3 times, and they do just fine as long as they keep their binder on. They have a foam inside their binder. I teach them some things that they can do, self-massage in between the appointments. That's what I see on the lighter end of the scale as far as surgery. And then on the bigger end of the scale, as far as a more surgery that needs more massages for recovery, 4 or 5 liters, I will see people for 8 to 10 hours of lymphatic massage and the other techniques that I use after plastic surgery. And this can be even more if they develop fibrosis, and we need to kind of get that fibrosis removed, scaled down so that they have that cosmetic result that they want. And if they've had several different surgeries, so if someone has more than just 4 liters of liposuction, maybe they also have a Brazilian butt lift, they have liposuction to several areas of their body, they're also getting a mommy makeover, so maybe they're getting a breast augmentation at the same time as their liposuction. Adding on different surgical procedures will usually, in my personal experience as one therapist, means that I usually see them for up to 2 or 3 months after surgery with the massages before they themselves feel comfortable enough to say, you know what, I think I'm healing really well. I don't think I need the massages anymore. I'll just, call you if anything else happens. But usually they don't have to call back. They're doing just well. Just fine and able to return to their normal activities of life. So what do I see adding or subtracting to that 2 hours of massage per liter removed kind of rule? So I'll cover some things that may mean you need more massages and some things that may mean, and in my experience, I've seen these people need radically fewer massages. So let's talk about fewer massages, how to get down to, only the massages that you need. And that's usually in a particular kind of client that I see over and over again, that I'll be able to say, you know what, maybe we only need 4 or 5 massages. And the first characteristic is that they're an athlete. They have a level of fitness. They're active and they exercise, and they have just a really healthy body that's used to exercise going into the surgery. Usually they don't need that many massages after the surgery. They have a properly fitting compression garment, so their faja fits correctly from the very first day of their surgery. And I see this for more people who need more massages. Usually if someone needs to see me for a lot of massages, it's usually, I can trace it back to the very first or second day after surgery, and they will say, you know what, that very first faja, it didn't fit correctly. So if you have a properly fitting faja and you go into your stage 2 faja, as soon as that stage 1 is loose, and then you keep on sizing down until you're your ideal result from the surgery. You look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, you know what, this is why I purchased this surgery. This is why I went through this journey. I really feel like I got my money's worth for the surgery. That's at the point where you start weaning off of your faja. So if that process, if the person understands that the compression garments are going to have to happen, and the wearing of compression is going to happen for months and not just days or weeks, they usually need fewer massages. Their sleep, their nutrition, their hydration is on point. They don't have any problems with lack of sleep. They're getting that good 7 to 8 hours of sleep. They're getting the nutrition that they should, and giving their body the building blocks to heal for wound healing that they should. Hydration, they're drinking an appropriate amount of water. And if they are doing all this, usually they will need just that 2 massages per liter or less. And then the last one that I really see is that they begin exercise when their surgeon approves them to start exercise. And that's usually, it could be for different surgeries. Sometimes I've heard 3 weeks, sometimes I've heard 3 months. It depends on whether you're getting a little bit of liposuction or you're getting a tummy tuck. But this is something that you have to ask your individual surgeon, and they will be able to tell you, customize on your result from the surgery and the surgery that you particularly had. It's not an answer that anyone can give you online. It's an answer you have to get directly from your surgeon as to when and what exercise you can start doing after your surgery. But when people want that, they want to start back to exercise, they know that they're doing an exercise that they like, activities that they like, and they start it as soon as their surgeon allows them, they usually have a better result. So what are some things that I've seen? If they happen, it means that they usually have to come to me for maybe more than 2 hours of massage therapy for every liter removed. The first is if they have a history of swelling and bloating before their surgery. So when they eat sushi, when they eat something with salt, does their face get puffy? When they stand in the heat, or they sit at their desk for a long time, do their ankles get puffy? When they exercise a lot, like, do their hands and legs get puffy? Do they have a history of swelling that has nothing to do with the surgery? Maybe the women in their family just have heavy legs. Everyone gets puffy ankles. You have to, put your legs up after work to feel good because swelling is a part of your experience in your body. That swelling is still going to be there, plus the post-surgery swelling is going to be there, so you're usually going to see me for more sessions. That's a big thing for some people to understand, that not all people's bodies handle life the same. Some people get more swelling than other people do. The second big group of reasons has to do with that compression garment. If their faja is too loose, if their faja is too long in the torso and it's wrinkling on the torso area, if their faja is too tight, so it's pinching, and when you feel the side of your flanks after surgery, if you feel like an indent because that garment is pressing you in some areas, that usually is going to lead to me needing to do more work than the 2 hours of work for every liter removed that I would usually do. Another big one that you need to understand is surgery complications. If you have complications from your surgery, that may impair your ability to heal your wounds, and that you may get to your result that you like farther away than if your surgery hadn't had any complications at all. So the worst case scenario I hear is the person who, for whatever happened, they had to go into the hospital for overnight or a few nights, after their surgery, and the people at the hospital did not allow them to wear the compression garment. The most important thing to know is your life is more important than your results. So if you think something's wrong and you want to go and get medical care after surgery, you absolutely have to get that medical care. And if the doctor and whatever hospital says, you know what, we need you to take off your compression garment, you just need to have your inpatient gown on, then that's what you do. And we take care of you after you're well again, after you're out of the hospital. We will try to get as the best results we can cosmetically for you afterwards, but your life is the most important. So if you have any surgical complications, we need to get those fixed first. That's the most important thing. Another thing that maybe people don't realize is the impact of a pre-existing chronic illness or disease in your healing process. So if you have a chronic illness or disease, I see people all the time that they just need more massages to get to the same finish line because they have a pre-existing chronic illness. Even if it's controlled by medication, you still do have that chronic illness. And then the final one is the final concept that will inevitably add to more massages than the typical client is stressors. Having stress in your life, whether that's family. Do you have to take on duties of being a family member too close to your surgery before you're fully healed? Is your family supporting you, or maybe are they not so supportive of you? And this is even emotionally, this is even family that's on the phone, like judging you. And a lot of people get a new pet. Having this pet is an extra duty that you have to take, and it's taking away from your healing. In some cases, having to put a pet first instead of putting yourself and your recovery first. Home, anything, having to do chores around the home, having to take care of people at the home. And the big thing that I think not a lot of people talk about is home renovations. I've been super good friends and long-term friends with clients because they tried to get surgery at the same time as their home was getting renovated. And that is a stressor on you emotionally, physically. Like, you can't even be comfortable in your own house. You don't have access to everything because your house is being renovated. There is a definite likelihood that you will need more massages and you'll have a slower recovery because you're renovating your home at the same time as you're renovating your body. And the last big one in this stressor is the death of a loved one. So the chronic illness of a loved one, and definitely the death of a loved one. Having to suffer with that is a stressor, and it will inevitably result in a slower recovery time. So this means that if any of these apply to you, especially the things we can't control, if you planned your surgery and you know you need your kitchen fixed, like, there's nothing we can do, right? If your family judges you or doesn't support you, or you have to do a lot of things around the house, you can still get the surgery. You just have to be compassionate with yourself and understand that this is why your journey to recovery is maybe not as fast or uncomplicated as some people online, their journey. Some people are getting up like a week, 2 weeks after their Brazilian butt lift and dancing for you on the camera, and you can see them and they're so happy. And this isn't your lived experience with your surgery. It's because everyone has a different background. Everyone has a different set of circumstances that they're having that surgery in, because everyone's life is different. The definite thing that we can control for that getting more sessions is the thing that's most easily controlled is to make sure that that compression is on point. Make sure that you have a solid plan for your compression garment, and that you're wearing a properly fitting compression garment, and you're getting a different size in a compression garment when it's your time to size down. You will see the increased investment in additional compression garments will also result in a reduced investment in massages because you're going to get to your final result faster. So I hope this video really helps you. Again, this is one therapist's opinion. This is just based on the cases that I see. Most of them are coming out of California. The surgeons are in California, and the clients live close to their surgeons. So if there's any problem after surgery, they are able to go and have contact and have that follow-up visit with their surgeon in person to get their needs taken care of. I think that kind of relationship is very valuable, and it also results in a quicker healing. So I would definitely recommend if you have a surgeon that is going to offer a very good high level of post-operative care, that is going to help you heal faster as well. All right, have a good day.